ask for eyes that see, ears that hear, and a heart full of understanding. I thank you for the messages that come through and ask that you deliver them to those that need them. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So we're doing messages from Spirit, and I've got a feeling about this one that we might actually get a little bit along the more difficult topics because of the oracle decks that wanted to be used this round. So it'll be interesting. We shall see. Also, black background. I mean, you know, and I don't usually use a lot of dark backgrounds. It's really interesting timing. Let's get started though. So for pile 1, you have this Storm card, and you have a Sodalite moon. I'll let you see both sides. Pile 2, you have Courage, and you have the Golden Healer Crystal Tower. So cool. Pile 3, you have Curiosity, and you have this Silk Red Agate. I'm going to try and show you as much of this as I can. I got a little bit of a glare going. You could probably see my phone. Yeah, look at that. Lots of detail in this one. All right, if you would like to choose with your zodiac, let's get those. And I'm going to work backwards this time, so we're going to start with pile 3. We've got Taurus, Pisces, Libra, and Cancer. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is going to be different. So one pile is going to have one less because Aries wants to be with this pile. So we're going to put that there. Next, Sagittarius, Leo, and Scorpio. You're going to have only the 3. That's what I'm getting. And pile 1 is Virgo, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Gemini. All right, guys, if you need to, please take some time, pause, get in tune with your intuition, and timestamps are down in the description, and I'll see you at your pile. Okay, pile 1 with your Sodalite moon. Here we go. I do want to spin that a little. Okay, and if you chose with your zodiac, we have Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, and Capricorn. Your Storm card. And then we have some Oracle cards, and I will be using the Tarot deck. Oh, you do have 2 of those. Okay. The Tarot of Mystical Moments deck. One at the beginning, one at the end. This is the beginning. Specialization. The Mother. White Raven Spirit. This one next. Okay. The Rainbow, apparently up here. Memory. Lady of Masks. And Clarity. Okay, let's go ahead and get your tarot out. I actually chose to use this particular deck because I like using it oracally speaking rather than just necessarily going off of the more common meaning or interpretation of the cards. It really speaks to me that way. One more. Okay, we're taking that one. Oh, and it sticks, so we'll have to pay attention to that. Okay, So your tarot cards are King of Pentacles. Hey, hey. Two of Cups. Oh, all right. The Empress. You guys. And the Fool. Wow. Well, that actually, if you do go traditionally with it, that's really interesting. It's like the opposite. You think, you know, the Fool, you think of leaping out into adventure with all this enthusiasm and not really paying attention, just going for it. Whereas this felt sticky. This felt stuck. The card did not want to necessarily come out. So that's interesting. And here I am using the traditional meaning. Anyway. All right. If you're into numbers, let me grab the ones that are here. We have 15, 1, 66, 29, 41. And then I guess if you guys want to go with these 2, 3, and 0, which, okay. Oh. The White Raven Spirit says trust in the magic. The Lady of Masks also says the Shaper underneath it. And it says vanity, surface appearances, and reclamation. As soon as I came over here to this card, I wasn't even looking at it. This is the interesting thing. I was drawn here to Mother, but my hand started to go this direction to this clarity card, and I felt an automatic shutting down of my throat. And interesting because as I looked over, as I was feeling this, I see this like branch, it's foliage. I don't know what you want to call that, but covering the mouth and throat area. So currently speaking, that right there is really suggesting a difficult need for clarity from a mother type figure, or in regards to something that you learned from your parent, your mothering parent. I don't want to say, it doesn't have to be male, female, just the mothering type. I am feeling this pathways with this reading, as in we're going up and over, and this is down below, almost like this is the shadow, and this is the part that you see and the world sees. And interesting that we go from storm to clarity. These stormy clouds, can't see in front of you, fog is thick, you know, to the card that talks about clarity. Whether it is needed or no matter what, you will reach it. That's the thing. At least that's my belief, guys, is that it may take a while, but you'll get there. Okay, so I do get this kind of sense of colorful. You've got the rainbow, you've got the specialization card, but there's a lot of color going on. And you've got trust in the magic with the white raven spirit. And flight, butterflies flying, a lot of air. It's moon down here, your moon. So for some of you, there's a lot with spirituality. This is not just, yeah, okay, so for a lot of people, we kind of go in and out. It can be phases. But for you, this is life. You like tack on to spirituality. This is your life. And because of that, it is quite colorful. At first, I was thinking maybe you were a colorful person, like maybe very outwards and bubbly and, you know, and you could be. But what I'm really getting is that your life is colorful. You've got a lot of experiences. There is something about the memory of a mother type, though, that is your shadow work. Is this, and see, there's where my heart's hurting. Okay. Whew. Sorry, guys. I am sitting in it for a second and allowing the energy to do what it needs to do. So for some, I am getting that you learned yourself to put masks on. You feel the need to come across a certain way, to appear perfect, which we all know no one's perfect. Like we all get that logically, but actually applying that every day, that's not easy. But to appear like you've got everything put together, and nobody does. Nobody has everything put together. And some of you, it's something you've already worked through, and they're giving you a shout out because this is, you remember your mother as being this person, and you didn't want to do that. You don't want to put on this mask and have everyone think everything's just fine. It's perfect. So you've gone a different path than the mother type figure that was in your life. Okay, I am now being drawn over here. There is something currently, for some of you, something currently about the partnership that you are in that needs conversation. There's something that needs to come up. There's something that feels awkward, feels sticky, feels like it's not, you don't want to bring it up. Or they don't, and they might be having this conversation with you soon. And what they're saying, what Spirit is saying now is just remember that this is just another opportunity to grow. It's just another opportunity. It does make it harder, you know, when you're really attached to this person in your life, it makes it harder to go through these things with them, to have these conversations, because we get more emotional. But to remember to just maintain, just, you guys are already, you're so, I feel like you're so mature. I feel like you're just, you're spiritual, you're mature, it's almost like these are just, everything is just a tiny little shout out to you. Like it's a little reminder that even when you, and you already know this, but even when you go through the storms, clarity will come again, right? And it's like you just have to kind of get through it. It's interesting. So the dress is a lily that's holding a bouquet of roses. I believe they're roses. Some of them could be peonies. I think they're supposed to be roses though. But oh my God, I forget the word. Anyway, the white parts that are coming out here, at first I thought they were antlers. And then after I thought it was rope. And okay, interesting. Huh. I'm getting what they gave with that is that I'm putting a sense of masculinity onto this card that is really very feminine. And it's right next to the King of Pentacles, which, you know, that's masculine card. So that's interesting. Do they need, is that, okay. So I was questioning, do you guys need to focus on the masculine more, the feminine more, to equalizing them a bit within yourself? And what I received was, gotta love when you receive something and then you try and explain and the meaning, like the answer starts going away and it's like you have to try and hold on to it. What I received is you need not worry because who you are now is who you need to be. So I'm almost wondering if you might be dealing a little bit too much of like trying to be balanced, have the perfect again, yeah, the mask thing, have the perfect balance. Now, I get it. Like we're striving to be better, right? We should strive to be better. But there's almost, it's just like this shout out to you, like, hey, chill, you're good. You're good. You don't have to worry so much about it. For some of you, this is going to be a little bit odd sounding, but I do feel like it is its own separate message. It's not for everybody. So remember to take what works for you and then just let go of the rest. So for some of you, the mask, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's realizing that we are a version of ourselves. The mask is still you. You can't put something on you that isn't you. You can't not be you. It's just a version of you. Sorry. With this, I feel a lot of like volcanic, like tumultuous, like rah, 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 like the people being, no, this is not true, or people, or oh, what is that? You know, it's the responses are all over the place. It's just like learning and growing. The way we were in our teens versus now, some of you might be teens, but the way we were in the past is what we could handle, is what we could do, right? Now, it's a whole different ballgame if you are specifically trying to act like someone else. If you are saying, I'm going to be just like this person that I admire over here, or this celebrity that I like, then that's a little different, because you are trying to put on a different persona. But most of the time when we talk about these masks and taking off the mask, it's mostly about just being authentic and really being mindful of who we are. So again, for some of you, not all of you, they're trying to let you know you don't need to judge yourself harshly for this behavior, because it's just who you were at the time. It's what you could do at the time, and it's okay. Okay, and now we've got a separate, we're going off to a different topic altogether. I am now getting a connection of those of you that are not in a romantic relationship, and are wanting one and have been wanting one. I am getting that you are at the end of the, how do I say this? The intertwining of the energies are about to come together. See, there's not a lot of space. These flowers are about to join. They've been twined here, entwined. Make sure you can see that. They've been entwined. They've only got a couple more to go, and then they're together. And, oh, well, that's another good reminder. It's just like my tattoo. I'll show you in a second, but they've always been together. The energies have always been working to get them together, right? So something to just remember, that as this person is coming into your life, they've been going through whatever they're going through, and universe, source, guides, working with them and also working with you and bringing you guys together. And now I'll share with the tattoo. If you've seen, you may have seen it before, but just ignore me if you have. So these are two ginkgo leaves that have come together. And then when you turn them around, you realize that they're one. It's one. And they're interwoven, basically. They're entwined. And the representation of this, the intertwining, is that when you, I do weaving and yarn making, and when you, for like a rope, when you twist multiple fibers together, lengths of fiber together, they become strong enough that you can't break them. So it's all that intertwining that strengthens you. Is there anything else, Spirit? Anything else you would like to? Oof, okay. Okay. So I am now connecting to the mother and also the Empress that has this. Do you see the womb, the fetus? Yeah. And there's a crown being put over the head of the fetus. And gosh, that sounds, I hate that word, fetus. I'm sorry. I do. It's a weird word. It sounds odd. But anyway, there's both, with both of these cards, oops. With both of these cards, you can see that there's treasure. So there's a hand and another hand on top of that, and there's a treasure. There's a pearl. And then there's the treasure of this one, of the crown being put on by the Empress, the mother. And so we're splitting off again. Okay, so I'm getting two separate messages now. And that is, find and remember what you appreciate from your parent, from your mom, from, because some of us, that's really difficult, right? That's hard to do, to seek, to look for the good, because there's a lot of abuse in the world. There is. But if you can find something that you appreciate, something that you're grateful for in this, And now the other one, and this is to me even harder. Some of you are wanting to be a mom, but it's not happening. It's not happening. And now I am connecting, once I've said that, I am now connecting to all the snake-like creatures that are in this, which isn't a lot, but you've got a few. This looks more like a crocodile, but it does have kind of like a snake-like tail thing happening there. This card, a snake is wrapping around multiple times. And snakes actually do represent healing. It's not always, there's two representations depending on belief systems or just which way you want to go with it. But you've got the, you know, they're acting as like a snake. They're bad. It's not good. Or you've got the, you know, I don't know about around the world, but at least here in the US, you have the health symbol is like this, like staff with like snakes going up or snakes around it. And it is a sign of healing and rebirth. You know, they're able to shed their skin and become new butterflies. I am getting quite a few lilies now. So there's a lily here. There's a lily here. I don't know what lily, you know what? I'm going to look it up really quick for you guys. Hold on. Wow, you guys. So according to Google anyway, the meaning of a lily is love, purity, fertility, and rebirth. So that's amazing. That's pretty fascinating. There's something for you in this. And I cannot I am struggling with you in this moment of knowing that sometimes there's just nothing that can be done, and it's a lot of emotion to go through, a lot of accepting to do if you were wanting children but are unable. I myself have been through it. My sister is going through it. They've tried IVF, all stuff like that, and it's difficult. And I don't want to offer some kind of cliche little snippet of something when this is very, I keep saying difficult because there's no other word. It's just so difficult. I want to offer hope, but I can't guarantee that. I will, however, say that I do keep seeing specialization over the mother card. So, not for everybody, but for some of you, if you have not yet considered seeking medical help to get pregnant, you might want to do so or look into it. I do feel the need to give you space, to give you a quiet moment. Mostly we are letting the energy clear, because that's a heavy one. That's a really heavy one. I am now connecting to looking to the strength of your partner with the pain. Don't let it divide you. You are entwined. Go to each other with your pain. Them feeling their pain does not make yours less. You feeling yours doesn't make theirs less. Feeling it together can give it the space that it needs and help you guys to continue to come together and build. Okay. Yep, I'm feeling it cut off there. So that's where we're going to leave it. I truly hope this has been a benefit for you guys. Really do. I hope that you feel seen, heard, loved, cherished, all those amazing things. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, pile 2 with your golden healer. Is that getting that? There we go. Okay. If you chose with your zodiac, we only have 3 for this one, and it's Scorpio, Leo, and Sagittarius. You have your courage card. And then we have some oracle cards, and I will also be getting out a tarot deck. All right, you got 2 of those. Okay, all right, we're gonna, this one's first. The Traveler. The Storm. Interesting, because pile 1 was Storm. Patterns. The Rainmaker. Grief. Ant Spirit. And I'm so sorry if I say this wrong, but Pachamama. Pachamama. No idea. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we're going to squish those up. Make sure there's enough space. Okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get out the tarot deck. I am using Tarot of Mystical Moments. No, we're not doing that one. Okay. Because I actually really like it as an oracle, not just tarot. We might get more later. We'll see what happens with that. The 6 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. I may or may not use those. I'm so sorry. I am starting to get tired today, so don't know if I already said that. I may or may not use the traditional meanings. I might just use it as oracle, but we'll see. Okay, if you are into numbers, we have 10, we have 47, we have 42, 1, 22, 40, 6, 5, and 2. So the Traveler card says Keeper of the Crossroads, and it says Restlessness, Independence, and Appraisal. Ant Spirit says Time to Collaborate, which I believe I did say. I will need to look up this because I really do not know this. This is a brand new deck for me. I do not know this. And that seems way too specific to just to just make not have be anything. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go look that up. Be right back. Okay, so basically it's Gaia, Mother Earth is what this is representing. So very interesting to me to find the storm, rain, Mother Earth patterns. For me, these are really coming together. Is there something? This is a question that I am not posing to Spirit. I feel like Spirit is posing to you. Is there a pattern within your storms? Can you find a pattern? If you look for the pattern, you'll have better understanding of the reason that they're happening, of how to travel out of them. I do not feel that this is fully. Here's one thing I'm getting with this card. I'm connecting it to grief, and I'm getting a shared grieving experience. Really easy example. Again, this is not everybody. Remember, guys, this is a general reading, so the examples I might give might really tap in for some people and might be completely wrong for others. It's okay. But an example would be your parent passes and you come together to grieve with your siblings and whatnot. Another example, also including a parent, is maybe you and your sibling gets together and you guys talk about how you wish it wasn't the way it was, how they may have been treating you in a certain way and you didn't like it. This is good in a sense of coming together, having space for these emotions that you have. It is not good if that's all you guys ever do, right? You don't want to stay there. You don't want to only look at the grief. But if that's what's needing to happen as you travel through the storms that you're having, I feel like that's, yeah, I'm getting this, like, have the courage to go through it. Have the courage to face. The first thing I saw, which is really interesting because the heart is not on this side, but the first thing I saw with this card was as if they were holding onto their heart, like something was hurting and they're holding on to it. And it's obviously wrong because that's not where the heart is. But have the courage to face what's hurting you, the grief, and come together and share it. Oftentimes, by just voicing something, it gives that space that that was needed. Sometimes, if you'll notice, guys, oftentimes in our emotional states, when we are emotional, we just need to say things that aren't even true, but we just feel it so emotionally. And if you can give that disclaimer, then that is really helpful. That calls for such maturity and understanding. But if you can say, hey, look, I know this is not fair right now, but this is just, these feelings need to come out, and it's just me feeling stuff. I just need to get it out, right? Get your wiggles out. That's what's coming to me right now. Get your wiggles out. So I know oftentimes that's more towards, that phrase is more like for little kids getting their energy out, or puppies or something, but that's the case with emotions as well. We need to work them out. Okay, where are we being drawn now? Okay, so I'm getting the same message with this, but slightly more to it. It's like a little bit of an in addition to. So with the Five of Pentacles, we've got kind of this sorrows, grief. And it's like there's a bloom that's dying down here, but it's within the cage of you, within your cage, your body. And with a Six of Pentacles, it's like they're spilling the tea. People coming together and sharing. And I feel like this combined is really going to open up something for you. With the High Priestess, she's guarding the unconscious. She's the one that's going to help you see the patterns. By sharing and vocalizing what you're feeling, what you're going through, the patterns will come up. And together, collaboration together, you will be able to see past things that have been blocking your vision and get a better feel for it. And we do. Okay. We want more cards. And that's definitely one. I don't, nope, that doesn't go there. I feel like it goes over here somewhere. We're just going to put it there for now. Anything else? Okay. That's going to go over here. This one's first. The Knight of Wands. Okay. There's so much solidness here to me. There's this like going through this, having the courage to go through this process, to be that traveler and get through the crossroads, to conquer. I don't want to say conquer, that's not the right word, but to face your grief, face your feelings, face the past stuff that happened in collaboration. All of that is creating this just confident, capable, like you're fire, you know, you're you're able to leap through hoops of fire and you're not worried and your hair is swinging out, not thinking it's not going to get caught because you're sure you're good. You're good. So really this courage is, you have the courage. It's going to be healing. Golden healer. It's going to be healing. Oh my God, I just realized it's like, it's the golden healer crystal. Funny how things like you don't even see something and then suddenly it dawns on you, right? All right. Oh. Well, hello. The Wheel of Fortune card, and I put it right here. We're just going to go with that. We're going to keep it there. I'm going to go ahead and just here. Okay. Okay, guys, so I actually felt called to read in the guidebook on this Rainmaker card. Before I read it to you, because I would like to do so, just in case you need something with this Wheel of Fortune, basically the cycles of time, basically everything happening, how everything works together, eternal change. So it's big. What you are going through and these patterns you are going through, your realization, your coming to understanding this is soul level changing. It's very important for your life. And I do feel like what I'm about to read is, if you choose to take it, if it works within your system here, could be a really great perspective switcher for you. So let me go ahead and read it. It says, recognize how you are co-creating your world. Nothing is happening out there without your involvement. Remember that the world is only mirroring back to you the condition of your love and your intent. So change these within before you take any action. Do not take life personally. Do you want to view life as happening for you or to you? When I say this, I'm not here to say this is absolute truth, blah, blah, blah. Because we can't guarantee. We don't for sure know. We don't know anything. But how you perceive things can ultimately change everything. Can change your emotions inside and therefore gives you well-being in your body. Can help you have understanding, shows different understandings. How do you choose to perceive this? Because it is a choice. It's a choice once you understand that there's a choice. But this is an opportunity to learn that if you haven't already. If you have already, then it's just another reminder. Because you know what? We all go through things. We all go through things like, oh, let me just tell you. I don't know why I'm doing this, but yesterday, Lucian and I, we had one of the worst days, emotionally speaking. We were both so emotional. I don't know why, honestly. Like everything was hitting us in the feels. It's like maybe the world is going through something crazy and some people happen to feel it more than others. I don't know, but we were so emotional. But if you choose your perspective on it, that will flip things. For example, what I just did. We could have just gone, oh, we're so emotional. We want to argue. We want to fight, blah, blah, blah. We have all these feelings. Or we could also say, you know what? Maybe something's going on outside of us. Like, because some of these are feeling pretty irrational, right? Maybe it's a hormone thing happening. Maybe we're both empaths and we really are feeling a change in the world. I don't know. But having that understanding of the lens that we look through, the perspective that we have, and how that can change things can really relieve you. Okay, so let me go back over just really quick on the little snippets if I can remember everything. You have the courage to go through the crossroads, to see the patterns, to view them, to go through your grief with another person. By doing so, this thing that is inside you is going to bloom. You are going to bloom because you are finally going to see past what you've had blinders on. And you will become this really strong, confident, like, woof, person that can just go for it. And also to remember that this really, a soul lesson is not easy to learn. It's not just quick and you're done. It's not like figuring out how to use a utensil. It takes time and it takes learning it over and over and over until it becomes innate. So this is a massive thing you're working on. And I'm so glad that you have the courage to go through the storm. I also do want to mention that the Rainmaker card is also about someone that can just manifest so easily. So if that feels like it's you, just that's something to hang on to. A little shout out towards it. Oh, that was the other thing. I did, for some reason, also feel very much earth energy, even though you do have a lot of air. Wow, it's kind of everything. You've got a bit of everything, but the Gaia card coming out, Okay, what is suddenly connecting, and I don't always understand the whys of this, but what is connecting is Mother Earth and then the Golden Healer. And I'm wondering if you get tuned into crystals. Some people, I don't feel the energy of crystals. I know that a lot of people do. I do not. I think they're beautiful and I love them, but I don't tend to truly feel it. You know, I get slight inklings. But you might be with this whole manifestor card and then God, Earth Goddess card. And then this poking out. I wonder if one, massive healing through earth, through nature. Okay, I just got an image of when I traveled to Brazil and I was walking in the rain with Lucian, and I felt so alive in that instance. So alive. And maybe that's something for you. Maybe the being out in nature in the rain, whether it's cold or not, you know, don't get too sick. Like, take care of yourself. But it might be really healing for you guys. Might be something you want to look into. Okay. I do feel like we're closing, but let me ask, is there anything else, please, Spirit, that you have for pile 2? Colors. We have something about colors. It's too general for me to like start giving you specifics. I did get 2 colors specifically. I got green and I got purple. There is, some of you are very easily affected by, you're impacted by what's around you, by the energies, by the crystals, by the energy in the room. If it hasn't been cleaned, if it, you know, you're very easily affected. So color also affects you. And I mean, there's been studies done about how color affects people. So we know this is a thing, but you being the magical person you are, this is more so for you. So maybe have a little fun and like go through your wardrobe and just kind of touch each piece that are different colors and see how you feel with it. And that might give you a little inkling of like, oh, hey, I feel this way with purple. I should wear this when I'm trying to work through a problem, or you know what I mean? Just see how you feel. Get a sense for things. That could be fun. Actually, I want to do it now. I'm getting jealous. I want to do it. Anyway, okay. Is that it? Are we good, Spirit? Nope, we're not. There's something else. Okay. I'm getting, because I suddenly noticed like every circle that's on here. The first one was this grief circle, and then the dots here, and then there's one right in the middle here, the flower or wing circle that's behind this, the circle of fire, the hoop of fire, the cups are circular. I suddenly just got, I mean, the gears, everything was circular. So, which to me points back to patterns and life cycles. So, oh, okay. So what's being brought up is paying attention to your cycles. And this could be, guys, this, I mean, if you, it could be hormonal cycles, it could be energetic cycles. It's again finding patterns. This is moon. Okay. So like you may even check into how the moon affects you. Because yeah, I'm getting this more and more now that you are easily impacted in ways you don't realize. It's hidden. You're impacted by these things. And so if you can have a better sense of watching for the cycles, you can better know how to, the word keeps coming combat, but let's not use that. Work with the cycles so that you can feel your best. Feel your best. Yep. Okay. Is that it? Yep, we're good now. Awesome. Okay, guys, I truly hope this is a benefit for you. I'm so excited. And at the same time, I get that this isn't exactly exciting because it's hard to work through soul lessons, but you go, right? Like, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I hope this was a benefit. I hope you feel seen and heard and loved and cherished and all those amazing things. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Alrighty, pile 3 with your silk red agate. Trying to show you, but anyway. She's a big girl. I love her. All right. This was the one that I believe it was Aries that jumped out and was like, no, I gotta be with that pile. So if you chose with your zodiac, we have Libra, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, and Taurus. And your curiosity card. And we've got some oracle cards. Oh, you have 2 of those ones. Right. Okay. All right. Magnetism. Ready but waiting. Oh, gotta love that. Abraham, Justice of Pandemonium. Interesting. Okay. Self-interest. Middle world. Rabbit spirit. And the sword. Can I fit this? Well, okay. Okay, and I chose to use Tarot of Mystical Moments for the tarot today. I really like this deck because I feel I'm able to use it oracally, not just with the common meanings. Oh, okay, that one and that one. We're gonna flip the sides. Well, that would really matter, but okay. All right. King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and Justice. Interesting, you have Justice up here as well. Huh. Okay. So, let me go ahead and get your numbers, if that's what you're into. Is that a 1 or an L? I think that's a 1. So 9. Hoping. 62. 45, 49, 36, 9, and 11, and 9. You've got a, wow, decent amount of 9s. Okay. So the Rabbit Spirit says now is a lucky time. And Abraham, Justice of Pandemonium says justice, truth, and duty underneath it. Also has the scales as well as this one. I'm settling into your energy at the moment. Okay, so with the very first thing, I am being drawn to middle world, and what I feel with this card is this difficulty of trying to bring worlds together. Like, you're not used to being on Earth kind of thing, but you're down here, and it's almost like you keep trying to, like, no, it's supposed to be this way, but you're here on Earth. So there's this weird struggle. It feels like a struggle. Now, yes, okay. I am getting one more card. I felt, oh, interesting. This is the King of Swords, and I think it's really interesting that there's a sword here and a sword here, encompassing your entire reading. Yeah, and it's connecting again for me to this middle world. It's like in the middle. It's dividing the light and the dark. I'm getting a lot of sense of like this like hopping around, this jumpingness, this, oh, rabbit spirit, hello. Um, kind of a, so I have not been diagnosed as ADHD, but it's what I imagine it might feel like. Please don't know that I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is what I kind of is spirit is giving me, is this like jumping. It's almost like I can't just focus. I can't, like, where am I going to go? Where am I going to be? Where's this? Do I do over here first? Do I come over here? It's like I'm not landing anywhere. Okay. Wow, you guys, I'm getting like, I feel like I'm getting a little fantastical. Um, which, hey, maybe that works for this pile, right? And that's why this is happening. But like suddenly I'm into the sword. Justice has a sword. Abraham over here has some kind of sickle or axe or something. And it all, once again, connected to this middle world, this tree where it was like, yeah, you're gonna hack down the tree. And like I became like, it's a fantasy suddenly. It's like not the norm of like the physical world. It's like, maybe you're very visual. Maybe you're very like mentally visual, daydreaming and receive visions and that kind of thing. Hmm. I do want to read up on this, so give me a second. Okay. So as I was reading up on this one and just kind of overlooking this because I really wanted to get clarity, because I felt like I was jumping around so much. I got a real sense, which is now probably going to make this a much shorter reading because usually you're with me through the process, right? But I paused. But anyway, a lot of things came up that kind of pointed me to a fantasy life, a fantasy world, like producing something that is fantastical. Produce like a book, writing, or creating a video game, or something You're creating something. And there's so much, I mean, the Nine of Cups with the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles and Justice. You've got, oh, okay. Abundance, abundance, abundance. Well off. Satisfaction, gratification, content, proud of yourself, which I actually wonder if that, I was wondering about the self-interest card because it kind of, you almost feel like it has this negative connotation when you think of self-interest. Oh, they only care about themselves. No, I am now understanding that this is actually more about what have you been through, and how do you want that to affect others using your creativity? What are you going to produce? You're making something. You're going to produce something that is your truth. And it's like it's ready but waiting. So I'm wondering if there's just, okay, so we've got ready but waiting, and then one hop over, now is a lucky time. So, okay, what I'm feeling from this now is that you are coming into this being the right time. You've been waiting. You've known. It's like you know what you're wanting to do, and you've been waiting for the right feeling of it, right? You were drawn to this magnetism card. But now is a lucky time. There is no reason you can't just go ahead and start. We can always put things off, right? But you can start working on it. You can start diving into that and have fun, be curious about it. It doesn't mean you have to produce the item like within a month, right? It's like they're saying, hey, go for it. Invest yourself. You've got this like massive, financially well off and happy, and King of Swords is all about like this mental adeptness, right? Justice, truth. But I also get with the scales thing, like, sorry, you may have just heard my insulin pump go off. I get this balance. You're in a place now where you're going to find the balance that you're needing, that you were needing. And I mean, this person's just, they're so content. They're so good on their own. They've got what they need. I'm not saying that you're single. This is not a love reading at all, but you're good in yourself. And they are pointing to go for it. Create whatever it is you are wanting to create. Of course, it's different for different people, but I'm getting like this whole fantasy world and life and like, how can you turn your truth, your story into a fantasy creation? Start having fun. And now I'm being brought to the rock, to the layers. There's all these layers in it, and like lines and details, and it's fun to look at and to see how they interact with each other. And I feel like that's part of your creation. Your creative mode is getting into those interesting details. Okay, is there anything else, please, that we're wanting to? The other two piles were quite, there's, you know, a little bit of shadow work involved there, and this one does not. Like, I thought immediately with that self-interest, but, and even with these kind of a darker card coming out like this, it's not. There's just... I'm being encouraged to tell you, you have a really fun interplay of dark and light. You are between two worlds, and you bring them together, and it is a mighty balancing act, but you're good at it. This is something, I don't even know if you know this, like if you understand that you're good at this. I'm almost getting like a yin and yang thing going on here. I should bring up, so this deck, the Tarot of Mystical Moments, they have bonus cards, and so there are, with the King of Pentacles, they also have a female version of the King of Pentacles, and so you did receive the female version, which to me, yeah, it's inviting that more feminine aspect in to accomplish this creativeness. This, wow, what was that? Sorry, I just noticed a little something over there. Sly like a fox is what I'm getting now. Kind of cunning and but fun and playful, a little bit mischievous. Just start. Just start. Have fun. Enjoy the process. Don't worry. Don't worry about time frame. Don't worry about, like, just play. Okay. Anything else? No, okay, I'm not. I was looking over every card. I do not get anything else at the moment. So, okay, that was a bit short, especially compared to the other two, but this is easier. This is more jovial, so makes sense. All right, guys, I really hope this is a blessing for you. I hope you have so much fun with this. I would love to hear what it is you're wanting to work on. Obviously, don't give too much away, but what is your creative way of being? Share that with us, please. All right, guys, so much love. I hope genuinely that you feel seen and heard and understood and cherished and all those amazing things. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.